So, at what point do we realize that this country is going in the drain? At what point? I mean, you have lawmakers justifying their very high salaries. You cannot live that better over the people you govern. I mean, how hard is it? You have lawmakers justifying their high salary. I read a thing on Facebook and I thought it was a joke. His reasons were, in a society like ours, extended family members and members of the public depend on lawmakers to use their personal money to sustain people. Do you see the rationale? The rationale over here is not to enable laws, is not to pass legislature that will empower people, but to use their offices as a means to entice, to appease the public so that they can continue to stay in power. It gotta hurt, man. It gotta hurt. I just read it in the print media and I'm hurt, man. The continuous effort to make people parasitic, to make people dependent, that when it's time for every election, these guys will go around dividing bag of rice, financial handouts. Instead of handing the man the fish every day, teach him how to fish. Create environments that he can thrive in, that he can provide for his family, for his kids, that they can empower themselves. But that's not the status quo of these guys. The status quo here is simple. Continue to make the public as dependent as possible so that you can continue to extort them. It's a sad day, man. It's a sad day. And that Akara's a great guy. You know, I'm not a politician, so don't expect me to be all polished. So fuck that guy. We thought that guy was going to the house to bring about change. We saw this guy as a militant. Not as a militant, not a militant, disgruntled way, but a militant against the status quo. But every vote that we see lawmakers vote unanimous, 100%, to sell our resources, to sell our oil blocks. Now, watch this. To sell our oil blocks to companies that have not even dug a well. You sell entire oil block for oil exploration to companies that has never even dug a well, not even dig a hole. Because why? These company hands out, financial packages to these lawmakers. We expected a high expectation for that Akara's great guy. Very high expectation. These guys are criminals. These guys are criminals. Their time is coming. The time is coming again when we'll rise up again. We may not start from Butwo, but we'll rise up intellectually and we'll take back our country.